Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong and try to isolate an angle to the race that might find us the winner. Well, Sunday racing at Sha Tin, we've got a group race with the world's premier sprinter, Lucky Sweynesse, reappearing. But I'm going to go for a look at a couple of the support races, the first of them being race 6, where our winning factor is the winner up in class. Now this is a 1400 metre class 4, and I'm sure there will be strong arguments made for the likes of Beato, Sunlight Power, Zach Purton's mount, Owner's Praise, and perhaps even Holy Lake in Blinker's first time, and the consistent lightweight Hossein Bolt. But the horse to beat for mine is the only last start winner in the race, and that's Chu Chow Brother. In fact, Chu Chow Brother is not only the only last start winner in the race. He and Maximum Heart are the only winners in the race in the last 6 months, both of them winning in Class 5, and now they're in Class 4. So first of all, let's take a look at the win by Chu Chow Brother, first up for this season. This is race 22. He's in gate 11 with Hugh Bowman wearing the green, white and red. And you can see Chu Chow Brother, one of the fastest out, as is normal. The early tempo is deceptively modest here, so Bowman keeps on to the lead. Chu Chow Brother, well, he's a horse who tends to race very strongly in the hands of his jockeys, so he likes to lead, but it's contained speed until the first turn at the 800 metres, where Bowman lets the grey assert himself, picks the tempo up and makes his rivals chase. But he continues the gallop once he turns for home, despite that speed through mid-race, and under his big weight, gets down the straight well enough to win, tiring only in the very late stages when the race is over. Now he's up in class for that win, but of course, as is normal, he drops sharply in the handicap weights. And that's an angle that we always like on this show. But I have plenty of people in my ear all the time telling me that that works better for horses going from Class 4 to Class 3, or Class 3 to Class 2, more progressive horses. And to be fair, the figures suggest that they're probably right. As you can see here, there are better results both in strike rate and the advantage over expected results, with horses rising from Class 4 and Class 3. But that's because they're often young, inexperienced horses, still improving with racing. Class 5 horses are by definition not generally progressive and are not quite as good going up a class, but as you can see in the figures here, they still hold their own. And what Chu Chow Brother has working for him here in a specific sense for this race is that he'll likely get to dictate the terms of the contest. What other speed there might be in the race is drawn very wide here, and Alexi Bedell, this time on Chu Chow Brother with the lighter weight that Hugh Bowman can't make, should have the early speed to find the front from gate 4, where the grey loves to be. He can be a very awkward horse when he's in amongst runners, as we saw there. He likes to run along, so he doesn't like to stop-start. Leading is really his thing. Meanwhile, his main rivals, Owner's Praise, Beato and Sunlight Power, I've highlighted them all here on the map, will all have more weight to carry and more traffic to negotiate. So the tip from me in race 6, Chu Chow Brother. His winning factor, the winner up in class. Now, as the stats suggest, it's not quite as powerful an angle as it is with some other grades, but Chu Chow Brother is in winning form, and that is something you can't say about any of his rivals. The other race I want to take a look at is race 8, where our winning factor is the map. Now, this is a Class 3 over 1400 metres, and we see the return of a couple of horses who made a good impression last season. The 4-year-old Chu Chow Spirit, now with Manfred Mann, and the 5-year-old Golden Samurai. And they will certainly be at the top of discussions, along with some more exposed horses like Morado, Massive Action, and down in the weights, Let's Do It and Comet Splendido. And I think Golden Samurai did more than enough last season in Class 4 to suggest he's well up to winning his introduction race in Class 3. So let's have a look at his most recent run. This is race 813, July 9, gate 9. He's in the Golden 60 colours white with the yellow cap, and Golden Samurai is first out, but Vincent Ho doesn't want to press forward with a bit of speed around him. As we've seen this horse actually disappoint in the past, ridden too aggressively early. So he lets the speed go, and as the tempo steadies mid-race, he ends up in about midfield. There, Golden Samurai travels well to straighten up, and then lets go with a strong finish to get over his rivals late under the top weight. Of course, now up a grade, he gets a weight drop. He is a progressive horse, and he's certainly the one that they have to beat, even coming off a 105-day break. But I do want to show one of his key rivals here and his most recent offering in his first start this season. So this is race 28. He's in gate 10, yellow and blue colours, Massive Action, and he does what Massive Action does. Comes out quickly, charges out to lead, but you'll note that it's 500 metres into the race before he finally gets to the rail, and the other on-pace runners have made him work to get around them. Now when he gets there, Angus Chung does not ease up, but keeps the horse rolling along into the straight, so he's been running all the way in this race. He has his chasers struggling at the top of the straight, all except ominously the eventual winner, Superb Boy, but it still takes Superb Boy, with a lot more weight admittedly, all the way to the post to get to him. A nice effort under the circumstances after doing all that work, but Massive Action also has the benefit coming to this race of having had a recent race and gets a great map. I've highlighted here 4 of the 6 horses I mentioned as chances in the race, and you can see they like to run on in their races. Now there are 2 obvious front runners in the race, and Massive Action, who is rarely headed for the lead in his races, and Morado, who also has good speed but doesn't always lead. So that can potentially lead to a battle for the front between this pair, and that would really make the race for their run-on rivals. But both have senior riders, Lyle Hewitson and Andrea Atzeni, so I think they'll be wary of getting into an unnecessary duel when there's no other pace in the race. And if they handle it right, then the lead tempo may even get a chance to slow mid-race and improve the chances for both of them. It's Zach Purton's first ride on Golden Samurai, and early on he needs to make a decision. We saw how well the horse jumped last time, and if he jumps as well as that on Sunday, well, does Zach push forward to be in the first 3 or 4, but take the risk of the horse doing too much early? Or does he look for a trail, keep him relaxed and finishing the race off, which has been his best style? But the tip from me in race 8, Massive Action. His winning factor, the map. Now I think Golden Samurai is a very deserved favourite, and if it all falls into place, he'll probably win. But Massive Action, we're going to get better odds about him. He's going to be out in front, likely dictating the race. And as we saw, he can be very tough to get past. Well, that's it for the winning factor this week. Good luck on Sunday. We'll see you next time.